Hello, Poop Chick. How you doing? Today, Baba Raisa want to tell you about her good friend and neighbor Hanya, who unfortunately recently passed away. And Hanya had secret that she tell only me, because in Ukraine we say when three people know secret is no longer secret. So she tell me this and I hold it and I tell no one until now. You see, Hanya was a refugee from old country, from communista, from fascists, Nazis. She and her husband find refuge in Canada. And Hanya don't learn to speak English so good like me. She stay home, she garden, she make huge garden, it's our tradition. We don't have yard, we turn into garden. And husband get decent union job, go out, make okay money, so they work together and they buy house. And but there's problem because her husband beat her, and he beat Hanya for years. He called her names. And you have to understand that until quite recently, there was no such thing as woman center. There was no woman transition house where you can flee to sanctuary and they help you find new place to live. And not that Hanya was that kind of woman anyway. She was very proud. Don't be thinking that the woman who gets abused is, little shrinking violet. Can happen to anybody. So Hanya, if there was such thing as transition house, she would laugh. She would say, you think I'm going to work hard all these years to build this house and my garden and have my pets, to go to some hen house and sit in bunk beds, quack, 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 with other women? No way. No way. So first Hanya tried praying. She go to church over and over. She get on her knees and ask Jesus for help. No help comes. So she takes on old country ways and she speaks to our spirit world. She talks to her Domovic, her house spirit. And he say, I'm sorry, I tried to warn you before marriage that this guy is no goodnik, but you didn't listen to me. I can't help you now. And Hanya creates strategy. She put 2x4 under bed and she pretend to sleep with one eye open. And when husband is gone, when he is, this fellow, like many people, was annoying in more than one way. Hanya, she take 2x4 from under bed and she hit him on face, and he go, and she pretending she fast asleep. But her husband is not such big yollop idiot that he don't catch on. She break his nose 2-3 times and he realized what she is doing and he beat her even harder. Then husband get this medical diagnosis. Sorry, I have small piece apple in my cheek. This would happen when you have dentures. Things get caught. Take good care of your teeth. We didn't have dentists in the Soviet Union. The communist government, they take everything you have and give you nothing. Okay. So, he get sugar diet beat. Too much sugar in blood. And because he is such stubborn man, is quite late in his diagnosis when he see doctor. So he is getting sick, going downhill quite quickly, weakness and little bit blurry vision, just not feeling well. And Hanya go, too much sugar in blood. So she start adding pinch here, pinch there sugar to everything he eat. Little bit, just so he don't notice. She fixes lunch, she put little bit in sandwich, salad dressing, and for sure in soup. And she started making richer desserts. And, husband is also this kind of guy. He's like, oh, what do doctor know, So when she make chocolate cake, he eat half of it. But he's not too weak and sick to beat her or call her name. Well, one day, he traipses over to his buddy's house down street. And Hanya know that he going to go drink horilka, which is probably worst thing for sugar diet beet, And vodka, homemade strong vodka, oy oy oy, terrible, mess you up. So she wait till he go to Buddy's house, and then she go over there too. And sure enough, she see husband's shoes in front of door, and she bang 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 on door like storming trooper, and she yell as loud as she can, "Oi, oi, oi, husband, I am so worried. Oh, you in there drinking with your no good Soviet buddy. I tell you not to drink. You have sugar diet beet and you're going to die from all this drinking. Oh, please." And then Hanya looked this way and that way, and she realized that, couple neighbor is looking out from behind curtain. Good. So she put on even little louder. Bang, 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 bang. "Husband, you hear me talking to you? I'm so worried you in there drinking with your no good Soviet friend. You have this sugar diet beet and this drinking is going to kill you. Come home. I'm making beautiful supper. Oh, it's going to get cold and you're going to be so sick from vodka." And by now, neighbor is peeking from down street. And Hanya she go home, she stir soup, and she put in extra fistful of sugar for good measure. Well, sure enough, husband come stumbling home. He's whacked on vodka. And he slumped down on kitchen chair and he say, "Zinka, woman, I want something to eat." He's so drunk he's even drooling. So Hanya pour him great big bowl of her good soup. Miss his mouth a couple of times, he's dribbling. But he get enough in his body, okay? He's not eating all afternoon. Pretty hungry. Then he get up from chair. And this will make you laugh, but you know what? You wait till it happened to you. One day, I am gorgeous 16 years old, and in my mind, I still am. And then one day, I am getting up from chair, and I make this old person noise. We all do it. Okay. So Hanya's husband is, because he's drunk, is even harder. I take several attempts, and finally, he kind of roll sideways out of chair, and he managed to stand up. He staggered a few steps, and boom! He fall on his back. And he's lying there, his eyes are like, ugh. And he go, "Call 911, Zinka." Back then we had rotary dial phone. It's lots more fun to demonstrate than stupid cell phone people living inside its phone. We never thought this would happen. Okay, psychotic. People are psychotic. Anyway, Hanya follow him. She even pull up chair and she sit over him, and she can see this man is quickly slipping into coma. She looking, and he do it again with last of his strength. "Call 911. And Hanya say, "Oh no, you're no good for this." "I'm not calling ambulance for you and your sugar diet beet. You know what, husband? You're going to die." And he go, But he is not dead yet. Sonia sit there all night, just watching him, just watching, and thinking about all the years he used his fist in his dirty mouth. And she don't call ambulance. And finally, around 5 a.m., she check his breathing with mirror, nothing there. And for the last time, she lay her head on his chest. And she cried a little bit, because she remembered younger years when he was not beating her and they had love. But his heart is no longer beating. And then Hanya called 911. Only then. She get up, she go to stove, she take out bigger pot, she fill with water, boil it at halfway mark, throw in more vegetables, and then she take first pot and pour in there because she going to dilute this soup with sugar 3 times. She take out some fresh ground rye flour and other ingredients, and she need good dark rye bread. And as is our way, this soup and bread make beautiful meal after a funeral. Okay, poop chick, signing out now, and you be careful whose soup you eat.